In episode number 1, we learned something important. Pigs don't fly, not because they lack ambition, but because gravity exists. And in the fashion manufacturing, gravity is the costing. A $10 shirt at the factory becomes $135 shirts at retail because every cost multiplies along the way. And now, here's the real problem. Even after understanding this, many factories still quote prices that guarantee failure. They win orders and quietly destroy their margins. Designers approve styles that will never hit the target cost. And everyone realizes the mistakes only after production begins. So today, we talk about something different. Because while the pigs don't fly, smart factories and buyers run like cheetahs. In the next few minutes, you will learn how smart merchandisers and factories actually build a garment costing. We'll walk through, number 1, how fabric consumption is calculated. Number 2, how trims and sewing costs are added. Number 3, how washing and embellishments affect pricing. And how financing, freight, and overheads quietly increase the final cost. By the end of this episode, you will understand how a garment price is really built. And more importantly, how to quote an order without destroying your business. Let's begin.
Step 1. Fabric cost, the biggest component. Fabric is always the starting point, because fabric usually represents 50 to 70% of total garment cost. To calculate fabric cost, we need 3 things: fabric price per meter, usable fabric width, fabric consumption per garment. Consumption is calculated by the pattern-making team. They determine how many meters of fabric are needed to cut one garment. For example, if a shirt consumes 1.18 meters and fabric costs $2 per meter, fabric cost per garment becomes 1.18 times $2 equals $2.36. But there is always wastage. Fabric cannot be utilized 100%. So merchandisers normally add around 5 to 10% extra consumption to cover wastage based on the order quantity. Bigger the orders, lesser the wastes in general. This is why marker planning and pattern efficiency are extremely important, because better markers reduce fabric waste, and that directly improves profitability. Step 2. Trims cost. Once fabric is calculated, the next step is trims. Even the simplest garment uses many trims. Main label, wash care label, hang tags, buttons, zippers, sewing thread, poly bags, tissue paper, cartons, fusing. Each trim has a cost. The merchandiser collects these prices from the trim's purchasing team, then calculates cost based on usage. For example, one main label equals 5 cents. One wash care label equals 5 cents. 2 hang tags equals 10 cents. 1 poly bag equals 5 cents. Just like fabric, trims also need around 5 to 10% wastage allowance, because nothing in manufacturing is used perfectly. Step 3. Sewing charges. Next comes the cost of turning fabric into a garment. This is known as making cost. Sewing charges depend on complexity of the garment, number of seams, construction difficulty, order quantity, difficulty in handling the fabrics. Factories usually estimate this using past production history. For example, a basic shirt may cost $2 to sew. But here is something important many beginners miss. The operator cost alone is not the real cost. Because behind every sewing line, there is also cutting teams, finishing teams, supervisors, machine depreciation, electricity, factory rent. So if the operator cost is $2, the actual manufacturing cost may be closer to $4. Step 4. Washing cost. Many garments require washing or finishing processes. Examples include enzyme wash, stone wash, garment dye, distressing, vintage effects. If the factory has in-house washing, the cost comes from the laundry department. If washing is done outside, merchandisers usually obtain quotations from at least 2 laundries. The decision should not be based only on price. It should also consider technical capability, machinery available, experience with that wash process, because washing quality affects both appearance and rejection rates. Step 5. Embellishment cost. Some garments also include decorative processes such as printing, embroidery, special artwork. Just like washing, this can be done in-house or outsourced. Merchandisers must obtain quotations and choose vendors based on quality capability, machinery, experience. Because poor embellishment quality leads to high rejection rates later. Step 6. Rejections. This is a cost many beginners forget, but experienced merchandisers always include it. During production, some garments will fail. Reasons include sewing defects, fabric defects, wash damage, stains, or contamination. For normal garments, factories usually add 3 to 5% rejection allowance. For complex washes or overdye processes, rejections can reach 10 to 15%. Ignoring rejection cost is one of the fastest ways to destroy margins. Step 7. Cost of financing. Garment manufacturing requires working capital. Factories must pay for fabric, trims, labor, washing long before they receive payment from the buyer. Most orders take about 90 days from production to payment. If the company borrows money from a bank at 6% annual interest, then 90 days of financing cost equals roughly 1.5% of the order value. This must be included in costing. Step 8. Banking charges. Banks charge businesses for financial services such as letters of credit, international transfers, document negotiation, currency transactions. For smaller orders, banking costs can reach 1 to 2% of order value. For larger orders, it may drop to around 0.5%. Ignoring banking costs can quietly reduce profitability. Step 9. Freight. Freight depends on the shipping agreement. If terms are Ex Works, the factory pays no freight. If terms are FOB, the factory pays for inland transport, port handling, documentation. For small shipments, this can add 3 to 5%. For large shipments, it may be 1 to 2%. Step 10. Company overheads. Running a garment business requires a large team. Behind every order, there are people working in design, fabric R&D, fabric purchasing, trims, purchasing, washing development, merchandising, quality control, logistics, finance. There are also costs for testing, sampling, office infrastructure. To cover these costs, companies usually add around 10 to 25% overhead costs. But this greatly depends on the volume of business a company is running. A factory who supplies super large volumes to likes of Walmart or Costco can live with 5 to 10% overheads, while companies who supply to brands where quantities are not very large may be hovering around 10 to 15%, while companies who do smaller orders may hover from 15 to 25%. Step 11. Profit. Finally comes the part every business hopes to make. Profit. Most garment companies target 5 to 25% gross margin. Without margin, a business cannot survive market fluctuations, invest in new machinery, improve quality. The margins are once again dictated by the type of business format/buying volumes, etc. Larger the orders, lower the margins. Margin is not greed. Margin is survival.
So now you understand how garment costing actually works. It's not one number, it's a chain of decisions. Fabric, trims, making cost, washing, embellishment, rejections, finance, banking, freight, overheads, and finally, profits. Miss even one element, the entire costing collapses. Which brings us back to something we said earlier. Factories rarely go bankrupt because they don't have orders. They go bankrupt because they win the wrong orders. If episode 1 showed you why garment costing matters and episode 2 explained how garment costing is actually built, then you already are ahead of most of the people in the industry. For those of you who want to go deeper, you can download a free PDF wherein we break the entire costing process down in greater details for anyone who truly wants to master the subject. The link is in the description below. And if you found this episode useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the channel. BSKB, Bite Sized Knowledge Bomb, is part of the Blossom 360-degree program, where we share practical industry knowledge about fabrics, garments, and how the fashion business actually works. If you're a student, designer, or an entrepreneur who wants to understand this industry from the inside out, Blossom 360 Degree is designed to do exactly that for you. I hope you like this episode, and I want to see you on the other side.